Go live. Wrong bit.
Oh.
Right. Should be live. Should be live.
Yeah.
Should be live.
Hello.
Hello. Let us know in our chats below if you can hear us, please.
Please do.
And I'm wearing the top again, look.
Whoa. There we go.
King Henry is back, but he's not. He's. King Henry is back. All right, can you hear me? Steve, can you hear me? Steve or Martin?
I can hear everyone. Yep,
Yeah,
can hear everyone.
he says loud and clear and visually horrifying.
I can hear everyone. Yep, can hear everyone.
Yeah, there we go. Right, hello everybody. Right, and welcome to episode 25 of the Plastic Crack Podcast, the only podcast in the world where you get free losers like me. Wearing this beautiful top. Talking about Napoleonics this evening. So, yes. I think the bugs hit.
All the people watching the chat just drops to zero.
Yeah, they go, oh my God, they're not doing Napoleonics. Oh my God. But yes, yes, we have bitten the bug of Napoleonics. Hello, GP. Nice to see you. Yes, I am visually horrifying. I know. Sorry. I'm not
Hello.
I'm not changing for anyone.
Hello, Leslie. Haley. Yes, Haley. We can hear you. She'll be back soon. I'm sure you'll hear her when she gets in.
Yes. Oh, definitely. I hope everyone's all right. Everyone's having a good week. Hi, Leslie. Nice to see you in the chat. So yeah, it's a Napoleonic interest tonight. So how we're going to start? I think this week, should we start with the questions from, say, the guys, Millers, if anyone sent any stuff in, and go through that like Peter Little. So we get them out of the way. Then we're going to go into the Napoleonic side of things, and we're going to start with our first experience of getting into Napoleonics, how it's been, what could have been better. Maybe then a little help guide for people wanting to get into, say, Napoleonics, and then we'll just go straight into depth, maybe about the history a little bit. And talk about different armies. How's that sound?
Yeah, and then everyone can correct us.
Yes, and everybody can correct us. So, mine, you got the questions from Peter Little or not?
Yeah, 2 seconds. I will grab it. So the questions from
Sorry
Peter
if that.
Little,
Yeah, go on.
Dom has been, because Dom's not here this week.
Or the next 2 weeks. So for the next
2 weeks.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah, because yeah. Dom's not here. So yes.
In case you hadn't noticed.
No. I think it's his daughter's birthday or something, isn't it?
I think so.
This week, but then he's gone away for 2 weeks, isn't he? Yeah.
So Peter's little question of the week that's been forwarded by Dom was, if the pandemic had still been in control as of now, and we were still in non-contact isolation, would you have solo war games? And if so, what rule set would you have used?
Ooh, that's an interesting one. You all right if I go first?
Yeah, go on.
So I did think about doing this. Definitely did think about doing it because it was getting quite a while. There was 2 games I was going to play. One was Bolt Action because I found some solo rules for it. I was going to do Bolt Action, but I was going to do it probably more the 400 to 500 point scale than say 1,000 each. Just play either the Allies or the Germans, but try and do a little campaign, work through the campaign books, because obviously you don't really get to do that very much. And the second game was going to be Warhammer Epic, just because I had all the terrain and stuff, and I found another set of rules that I could use for it, and I wanted to give it a few more goes. But yeah, that was mine. What about yourself, Steve?
I did, and it was Firefight. So the really small scale skirmish version of Bolt Action.
Is that from Warlord Games rule set? Is it?
It is, yes.
Ooh.
It's so it's the free PDF. Yeah, it's on their website. Basically, instead of having 1 dice per section or team, you have 1 dice per man. So what you'll have is I played 5 against 5, so it was French against early war French against early war Germans.
Yeah.
And I mentioned it before, but I played it like a comic book.
Did the French ever win?
Yes.
The
first game I had, To be fair, they won because I gave them a light machine gun and it absolutely dominated. Because one of the rules, and I don't know whether what I did, I brought some house rules in. So there's like chain of command. So there was no weapon ranges. There was effective range and everything after that.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So that made it a bit better. I don't like games where bullets just arbitrarily stop at a distance. But yeah, and one of the rules is because you're firing at a single mine, it's automatically a -1 modifier for small team. So there was lots of shooting, but barely any hitting going on.
Oh yeah.
So I played that, and the other solo game I played was a board game. It's Dark Souls.
Oh yes. Yeah, very sweary game.
You can play that as Dark Souls. Yeah. It's every time I play it, it kicks my ass all over the place because it's really, really difficult.
Yeah.
I do like it because it for me. I've never played the video games, but it feels like a proper old school dungeon crawler.
Oh yeah.
Even though you don't go crawling to dungeons, they're all set up. I mean, the boards are more or less set up anyway. But I like the combat in it as well. It's really good. But yeah, so mine it was Firefight and Dark Souls
board game. Yeah. What about yourself, mine?
In a word, no. I not wargaming anyway. A bit like I didn't consider doing any wargaming solo because I don't know. I think I just want one side to win a bit more, so I'd probably just favour one side and do stupid things. Like if I did a solo Napoleonic game, I'd probably just just charge the 95th Rifles in the open towards the old guard and they stand there. I considered doing. I was going to play. I've got a board game called Myth, which I really enjoy, which I considered doing.
Yeah.
But it never really happened because Haley took pity on me not to go over old ground and started playing games, so I didn't need
to. I think I'm slowly getting there with Laurie. You know, I think I'm grinding her down. I'm like, because I said this year, because it was my 30th in January this next year, right? I said. Instead of any sort of present, I said, "Will you play a war game with me?" And she didn't say no straight away. So I was like, this might actually work. So I might have to sacrifice
progress.
I've had a whole load of people say hello.
I know, there's so many.
We've got Dragons for All, hello, that's Ian. Tim Bix, hello. Cludden Painting Studio, Battle Knights. Damjan, Ken, hello Ken. Have you commented on my feed?
No, it's not me.
Wargaming Warriors, evening or hello. Battle Knights says Rangers of Shadow Deep looks good for solo. I've got a friend who's into that, but I haven't really looked into it. So I don't really know anything about it.
Oh yeah. Am I? Hang on. Am I on your bloody? Yeah, I'm on your. I'm on yours.
You're on mine.
Yes.
Thank you for putting my numbers up. That's brilliant.
Yeah. I was thinking, hang on a minute, I've got too many here. That'd be smart. Have I even gone live?
If you would rather, stay on mine if it makes you feel better.
Oh dear. I'm so sorry if anyone's in my channel and isn't thingy.
Ewan and Aaron Lowe.
That's better. 5 people.
So Steve Recky says, evening all, don't know if it's me, but Martin and Steve sound really quiet. But then Leslie said that on my channel it sounds fine. Is everyone here at all? Me and Steve? All right. I haven't changed any settings ever. So
I haven't. Does that sound okay?
Yeah, you sound alright, mate. I got Peter Little saying hello, which is nice. So yeah. Go on, mate. Sorry, carry on.
Me? There's nothing really more to say.
I was just really
I don't really consider solo wargaming. I like to watch. I was about to say I like to watch my opponent's expression as they lose, but really it's just I'm more used to seeing their grin as they win, especially if you watch what happens to me in my game. The only sort of bit I won't say about my game over the weekend is that didn't turn out quite how I expected it to.
Well, there's no surprise there. You probably lost, but there.
But yeah. Well, I won't spoil it, but yeah.
Oh dear. But so yeah, was there another part of a question that you had? Sorry.
Not Peter Little's. Miller had a question though.
Oh yeah.
Miller had a question because he's come up with one which he sent me today, which was, let me just scroll back a bit. If you could pick a general, commander, or a king throughout our history to sit down and have a pint with or have dinner with, who would it be and why?
Ooh.
What about you, Steve? You got one?
I was thinking about this before, and sticking with World War II, as I am rather prone to do, it'd probably be John Howard from Pegasus Bridge fame.
Yeah.
Because everything about that whole mission is just, I don't know. I've read the book so many times. I've read so many accounts of it, and the thinking on his feet that he had to do that night was just, insane. I just think it'd be a proper British night in a countryside pub drinking real ale with John Howard. Yeah, that's my one.
What about you, Ken?
Let's have a think about that. Henry V.
How did it feel to get shot in the face with an arrow?
Yeah. No, just because
they can swap in fashion tips.
Just good.
How do you pull this off?
Yeah. Cheers, mate. Just because it obviously conquered France. At such a young age, he did it. So his dad couldn't do it. His dad didn't do it like he'd done it. So it's just like just to know what it must have been like to actually, because he was obviously in all the battles as well. So that's when kings actually fought. Probably Henry V for me, or maybe Genghis Khan, because why not? But what about you?
Well, I could annoy you and say, well, if you were going to choose Henry V, I'd choose Henry VI, his son, and say, so your father conquered all his territory. How did you manage to throw it away so well? Did you feel bad doing it?
Probably just went YOLO.
I would probably. If they, I don't know. It's just quite hard. Might be quite cool to have a chat with Caesar and just say, did you honestly see it coming, or
or Napoleon? It's those, isn't there?
If I could have a chat with Napoleon, sit him down and say, right, mate, let's talk about your army's uniform.
Talk about uniforms.
I've got one or two suggestions for you on how you can improve your uniforms.
Just dark blue everything.
Just dark blue everything, and no white at all anywhere.
Just dark blue. Martin's frozen.
No, I was reading something down here on my phone. Someone said Duke of Wellington and Churchill.
Oh yeah, that's what I mean. There's just so many, isn't there? You can't pin it down to one. It's a whole night's topic, Miller.
I know. And then Miller's popped in and said evening, just halfway through. Richard the Lionheart, a real man's man. Yeah. I don't know how effectual a king he actually was, but yeah.
No, he didn't really spend much time here, did he?
No, and didn't he get killed by a chef? Wasn't it like the castle
in France? Yeah, in
France,
yeah.
Up a
crossbow
and just shot him. Wasn't that?
Yeah.
Oh no, I remember now. Yes, because I remember they bought him before him, and I think Richard the Lionheart promised him his freedom, and then not his freedom, but that he could go free. And then after Richard died, his second in command had the guy flayed alive.
Oh, lovely.
Just so those lovely medieval chaps. What have we got here? Damjan said, I replied to his comment on the order questions, but what scheme should he do his Empire troops in for Warhammer? I tried to keep it lore friendly, but I can do a captain in the scheme you tell me. 2 to 3 colours. You're asking just what 3 colours do I like on
what you
on a model?
I was gonna say
white
it's
and red always.
Yeah, white and red. Yeah, I was gonna say
white and red is white, red,
gold,
red and black. Always looks cool to get with gold.
Gold, put a bit of gold in there. You got to have a bit of gold, haven't you? Yeah, it's got to be a bit of gold, especially if he's doing Sigma.
I can't remember. I used to have Empire. In fact,
yeah, it was red and white, wasn't it? You still ain't got that epic stuff out, mate, have you?
Oh, there you go.
My Empire were red and yellow quartered, and it was a pain in the arse to paint.
Why you did that? Why? What? There's a topic for next week. The painting decisions we always make, that we always regret.
Yeah. Yeah, I think white will feature a lot in that.
Yeah, especially and quarters, definitely.
Yeah, quarters. Some other
quarters.
some other people have popped in and said. So you've had GP said William Marshall. That's true. Buy him a beer and listen to 4 generations of service to the King of England. So I can't. What was it? It was Henry II, Richard the Lionheart, John, and then Henry the Third. He served all 4.
That's pretty cool, isn't it?
And he was generally just, I think, quite effectual. If I remember. Someone said Hannibal. That would be quite good.
Yeah.
It's just everyone in there. Like,
how did you feel about taking 90,000 or 70,000 men over the Alps and losing 2/3 of them?
Not too bad, because one of them want me, probably say.
Yeah, one of them weren't me. Yeah, but he didn't. He got like an infection in a swamp, didn't he? And then so he cut his own eye out because he, was born again hard. Because
why not? Yeah, exactly. Gank.
Just to finish on that thing, Damjan just came back and said white and red is for the Reichland and is quite basic. So to try and make him look richer than the normal halberdiers, maybe purple. Yeah, purple was always like the colour of the wealthy, and especially in the Romans. Purple was always quite a
it was you done all right if you had purple, didn't you?
Yeah, go for the purple plume. That's where the cannonball will be going.
That's your Christmas tree, definitely. But yeah, no,
cool.
it's cool. Any other questions was there, or was that it this week?
Not from me. Like I said, I think Miller asked one before we've answered before, which was, is there anything I think it's basically along the lines, is there anything we bought or painted that you regretted? Sort of starting, mine would just be the Union Brigade, because I bought 3 boxes of British cavalry and then sort of just died out after 1 box, and I've still got 2 waiting to be painted.
Ow.
I'd probably say what I'm painting right now, the Napoleonics. I bought this box nearly 3 years ago. It's taken me that long to get round to actually painting them.
What do I say for me? Probably my Tau that I bought, which I never got out of the box and just sold. Yeah, I bought. I had a whole Tau army, 2,000 points of Tau.
Oh, Tau! I thought you said a towel, as in a towel to dry yourself on. I don't know what you're on about.
No, the Tau Empire for the greater good. Yeah, probably them, and then just not doing them. That was probably mine, to be honest. Yeah, those. So that is those. Let's start with Napoleonics then, because obviously I know a lot of people in the chat enjoy it. So we'll start with how we got into Napoleonics, or what was your first influx? And what was your experience like? So, you alright if I kick it off, or does someone else want to kick off?
Yeah, go for it.
Obviously this week, you can probably see on my hands, I have some French Napoleonics. So my Napoleonics dream and journey has begun. I picked up the French Perry's box set, the new one they do, the battalion box set, and immediately I had no clue what I was doing. You get the book, the little fold out paper, which is awesome. Don't get me wrong, this is really detailed, but it's good for somebody that knows Napoleonics and understands what it is and has had the very basics explained to them. So when I first got it and looked at the sprues, I was like, right, there are bodies. These guys have epaulets. These guys have no epaulets. These guys have bearskin heads. These guys don't have bearskin heads. These guys have got plumes. These guys haven't got plumes. What are they all, and everything like that. So I did a bit of reading. I could work out that grenadiers are obviously the guys with the old with the bearskins. I knew that. I knew what fusiliers were, but I didn't know voltigeurs. Isn't it? Is that the right way to pronounce it?
Voltigeurs.
Gers, yeah. Voltigeurs.
I think that's it.
I'll go voltigeurs.
Leslie, which one is it?
Yeah, Gers or Gers. But yeah, I didn't understand what all that was about, to be honest with you. I'm not going to lie. I thought they were just fusiliers still. But understanding that Fusiliers don't have any sort of plume whatsoever, apart from this guy here, which I don't get why he's got a plume on it.
Which one's that?
To the sergeant. Oh, he's a Voltic. There you go. There's a complaint. I'm sorry, there is a complaint right there. Right. I'm looking at the Fusiliers section. Okay, so this is Fusiliers. Right. That there is a Sergeant Voltigeur, which should be on the next page. Why is he in the Fusilier section? Because that straight away would confuse the hell out of me. And it has.
Does it say the Voltigeur underneath it? Or
Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Yeah. Why would you put that in the Fusilier section though?
Well, you've got the Perry's email, like why don't you dial them up?
Yeah.
And ask them.
Yeah. So what's going on, mate? What's going on, Michael, Alan? No, but seriously, see, you can see it says Chasseur, Voltigeur, and I want to say Carbonara.
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 Is that the Italian tree?
Yeah. What's it called? A Carbonara? What the hell?
Carabinier.
That's it. Right. What's the difference?
A Carabinier.
Yeah. What's a Carabinier, a Chasseur, or right? Okay.
A Chasseur is a hunter. The Chasseurs were basically the Fusiliers, aren't they? That's the same thing.
Right. Okay. So that's the French.
This is now where we fall apart.
On mine, it says the Chasseurs are the light infantry equivalent of Fusiliers.
Right. Okay. Which would make sense because it says light infantry there as well. Right. So this is the thing, right? When you're new to Napoleonics, like myself and Steve were, understanding all this is like, and then you get the whole example of, right, how do I base these things? How do I build them? How do I set them up, right? Okay. So with the Perry stuff, I gather they've gone for 36, because this box is meant to be for one battalion, isn't it? So 36. So they've done 3 lots of 6 and then 3 lots of 6, which is fine.
Yeah.
But obviously, I want to base them at 24 because I want to get 2 out of the box near enough. And understanding the black powder rule set, where do I put each thing? So I know that Fusiliers, there's Grenadiers, and there's Voltigeurs on one side and all that now. But when I first started, I didn't know that, people normally base Voltigeurs one side, Grenadiers the other, Fusiliers like in between them, and then you have a command in the middle. And what order the command go in as well. There's nowhere really that I could find that explain that to me very well. If people know, please put it in the comments, because then I can put it on the Miniature Wargaming Warriors Facebook page, just for people. Because obviously, being brand new to this, it really was quite difficult to start with.
So
your chat's going off on one.
No, not in a bad way. So Leslie said the Chasseurs is the hunter light infantry. The Fusiliers is your basic infantry. GP says the Chasseurs are the 43rd, 52nd equivalent regiments of light infantry. Leslie then said the Grenadier are the strongest men.
Yeah.
And then GP, Fusiliers line regiments with Voltigeurs and Grenadiers either side. And Leslie, Ken, have you not watched Dom's YouTube videos?
No, I haven't, because I've been very busy at work.
Dom's last video really went a long way in explaining the setup to me.
Now you've just told me this, Steve. He's literally just told me this.
How he's setting up his battalion, his different companies. So that's really helped me a lot.
All right, I watched Dom's YouTube video, but I didn't know. And before Dom done his YouTube video, did he title it, Ken, this is how you set up battalions?
Yeah.
So yeah, there will. I think I may just do a very short video on how to set up a basic Napoleonic battalion, because I couldn't really find much. There could be stuff on YouTube that other YouTubers have done, but they might not have listed it or something like that.
Yeah, Culloden's just said he's got some videos on getting into Napoleonics on his channel. And
excellent.
Also, there is a Napoleonic Wargaming channel.
Okay.
That's got loads of info. That's got loads of info on it, actually.
Okay.
It's a good channel to watch.
Okay. Wicked.
Mate, when I first started getting into it, that's you were having the same problems that I had. I mean, I'm used to playing bolt action where you just have a unit, and I can paint them how I want, and I can configure them how I want. But when I was painting these, I was like, right, different hats, right? different epaulets. Right.
Yeah.
Great coats, right? Yeah. What am I doing here? What
Yeah.
am I doing here? But
Yeah.
I think I think there's a light bulb moment. It kind of clicked where for me everything just kind of came into place. Like knowing that the Grenadiers and the Voltigeurs are flank companies. Hopefully, I'm right about that. Your Fusiliers are your standard rank and file. Once I got my head round it, I think it's probably why I'm enjoying painting them a bit more, because I know
what they are now.
Sort of what I'm doing.
Yeah. Yeah, I was the same. I was just like so confused. I was just like.
So what are you going to do with the old guard? Because they when they filled whole battalions of chasseurs or whole battalions of grenadiers. That's the thing.
What?
I'm not joking.
I'm going to do that then. I've got 24 guys, and they're just going to come and what they are. They're all going to.
I just painted all mine as grenadiers, so it was.
Okay.
Right, I'll be stealing that idea because that sounds simple and effective to me.
Yeah. Well, yeah. So that was my intake this week of getting into French Napoleonics. Oh my god, is all I can say. But it's the same with anything. Now, once you've got the basics of it, it's all right. I understand it now. So I'm making up 2 battalions at the minute. So I'll tell you what, though, I don't know what other people think, but these buggers are really fiddly to get the mould lines off of as well. I've never been so bothered about getting mould lines off, but I really want these to look nice.
When I was painting mine last week, I stabbed myself in the hand with bayonets about 419 times.
That's one way to do it.
GP's just said, Ken, go listen to some sharp audiobooks like you did for the Harlequin, the Bernard Cornwell ones. Because they are like the actual audiobooks rather than the sharp series. You know, you will get like some quite a good like background.
Yeah, that's the next step. To be honest with you, I'm just finishing off the second Harlequin book, so I've got to listen to the third. But I will listen to those, especially while I'm painting it. 100%. I'll definitely be doing that. It just feels really wrong to be the French as well. I know.
Someone's just said you should just not be the French, just stick with the British. Yeah,
but then I've got no opponent, so but like, that's it. That's the problem. You should get both. I will. You know I will, because I love the regiments in the British Army, so I will get both.
One thing for me, I find when I'm painting them, I find them quite frustrating to paint. But once they're finished and based, and I can see the battalion growing in front of me, I like the way they look. They look different to what I'd normally paint.
Well, yeah, they look German, are they?
They're not German.
You could do some Germans.
Different century.
You could do some Germans.
Yeah, that's going to be. Thing is, I'm getting faster. I am getting faster the way I paint. I mean, these 6 I've been working on for a couple of hours today. They're about halfway painted already, so I am speeding up.
Well, that's good then.
Yeah, you will find like little things that you can cheat with. Well, I certainly have.
Well, I'm gonna be airbrushing the majority of my blue. That's getting airbrushed, and the white will be airbrushed as well. So I'm kind of hoping I'm just gonna have to do fillers if my airbrushing skills are up to the task, which will be we shall soon see. Otherwise, I think I might cry. But no, I'm really looking forward to it. I'll be honest with you. Every wargamer eventually, I think, if they're like historicals, will get on to Napoleonics at some point. Because when you say wargaming to anybody, they think straight away of tin soldiers back in the day of Napoleonics. Everybody thinks that. You say wargaming. That's if you like. If I asked my missus, she went the first time like I was saying it. If I was doing historical like wargaming, she went, "What, those people with the big hats and the bright colour dresses?" So I was like, "They're not dresses. They're they're manly cloaks."
Yeah.
The thing is, I've always wanted to do a Napoleonic's army. I love the way they look, and what I found is I'm in a completely different mindset when I'm painting Napoleonics when painting bolt action. Bolt action I can fly through.
Oh my god, yeah.
My brain's in a pickle jar somewhere. I don't need to put much thought into it because I've painted so many of them. But with these, because they're bright colours, I've got to have a bit more concentration.
Yeah, because stands out like sore thumb, doesn't it, Steve?
Oh God, yes. Especially when because these guys, most of my guys have got some form of white on them, and I despise painting white.
Yeah.
But it's just something. It's something I'm going to have to get better at painting. It's just one of those things I'm going to have to overcome. But it's been an enjoyable change. I mean, when I first first started painting Napoleonics earlier in the year, I hated it. I absolutely struggled through them, and I just did not enjoy. But once they're done,
they look frigging
you
great.
want to paint more. It's a strange thing.
Yeah. Well, this is the thing. It's like I'm dreading doing this blue. I'm not going to lie. I am dreading doing the blue, right? Because people say they don't like painting red. I like painting red. I don't really like painting blue. Don't know why. I just don't. But I'm going to do these battalion. Well, I'm going to do the first battalion, second battalion in light blue for these. So I haven't picked the regiment yet. But then the third battalion, I'm going to do light infantry. So I'm going to do in greatcoats, and I'm going to do that makeup realistically for all my regiments. So first, second, and third battalions. I'll do the third battalion.
All of them had third battalions. It depends if you want to go how sort of into it you want to go. But I think for sure. I'll
probably pick regiments that only have three battalions. Yeah, I might just do it like that.
That's the way to do it.
Yeah. I might do it like that. But I'm also looking at like the different colours on it, like the white coats and that. I like painting white. I know this is going to sound really weird. I like doing white, and I think white would look awesome, to be honest with you. Really would look good. And also the Swiss. I think I'm definitely going to do, because you've done Italians, haven't you?
I've done Italians and Swiss, yeah.
Yeah, so I'm probably going to go with like Swiss. But then I saw as well, is it Garde de Paris? Well, I'm going to say Garde de Paris. And I say de Paris. I'm saying it in English. I'll try and do it in French. So Garde de Paris. They've got like green and red, which I really like again because that reminds me of British colours. So yeah, they look quite cool, and they're quite nicely detailed. So you got first, second regiment here, then you've got white and second. And it's just it's good.
So what actually made you think I want to do these? Is it just
your videos you get?
Mine? Oh,
yeah,
okay.
yeah. Right. Seeing your makeup of those battalions, I was like, fuck, they look good. And also, Fraser on VK on Ketteringham's channel.
Yeah, VK, yeah.
Yeah, VK, right? I'm just going to refer to him now as VK, right? He's such a good painter. He's like, and he just makes it seem so trivial. He goes, yeah, I'll just blot the colours out, give him a little dry brush, spend a bit more time on the skin. And I'm like, look, they're so freaking good. If I could paint like that, I'd be like, I'm like looking at it, I'm like, mate, you could buy your models for thousands of pounds.
The speed he gets through is just beyond impressive.
I know, and it's so good.
Every video is like a battalion of stuff about 1 million times better than me. And I'm like, why am I spending 2 or 3 days painting like
4 guys? He's got it down to a T, hasn't he?
Yeah,
he's just got it down to an absolute T. But yeah, no, it's that, and also, being able to play with Dom now as well, actually having an opponent who wants to play Napoleonics. Oh, bugger me sideways. I've just chopped his...
Oh, I better quickly go for some comments. Wow. Damjon's just said, see you guys later. He's like, see you later, mate. Oh, he's just quickly said, what region should he do his Empire Greatswords from? It's not Napoleonic. I don't know anywhere in the Empire in Warhammer anymore.
Averland.
Yeah, Averland. Yeah.
Averland. Do him Averland. Hang on, what else?
That's yellow. You mean person.
Here we go. So yeah, Leslie said, so yeah, if you're doing 24 men, then do 4 light, 16 fusiliers, and 4 grenadiers.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nick Games is here. Hello, mate. And
mate.
yeah, people just saying it's the bloody French making things difficult. Don't do
Yes.
French. We're British. Miller said, "What am I painting? I'm not doing Napoleonics. I'm painting little Bushido models again.
You
'cause
you nearly did your dragoons.
I nearly did my dragoons. They're up here. So look, I've got this guy here that I need to be doing. He's upside down, but every time I pick him up, I start getting flashbacks, and so I put them away again.
Could I do the? Sorry, just quickly. Could I do these Eagle Guard with bearskins?
Yeah, I don't think they had bearskins because I think that was they might. I don't know. None of mine have bearskins. All of mine are just wearing normal headgear, or no headgear.
Okay, I'm gonna have a little look.
So
your chat will tell me in a second.
So yeah, what else we got? Duncan FX said you should go with Flintlock, Ken. Orcs on the left, goblins on the right. Much easier to understand. And then Ewan and Aaron Lowe, just a question for you, Ken. So not on the. I know you have done or are doing 100 Years War Army. So could you also do a video on how to start 100 Years War if you're doing one?
Oh yeah, definitely. Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah, definitely. They're done, guys. They're done. I've actually done like the whole box plus my medals. I've just got Henry V to do and the horses, but the main majority of stuff is done. Can't believe it.
What else we got here? So we got that. Smaller model count. Leslie said 7 Years War for the most colourful uniforms. Tim Bix has chipped in and said get the Austrians if you want to paint white. That's true. They've got entirely white uniforms with.
Yeah.
What side?
What
side were they on?
Initially, I think they fought for both at some point. Obviously, there was a big battle against the French.
Did anyone ever stay on the same side in the Napoleonic period?
Sorry?
Does anyone ever stay on the same side?
The British and the French were never on the same side.
Yeah, that's about it. Now that would be funny, wouldn't it?
Battle Knights has said he's got to agree. He's been watching my battle reports with the missus, and he's sitting there thinking, I must not get Napoleonics.
Yeah, I know, it's bloody...
Yeah, but they're so nice. So you should get Napoleonics. I'm not going to say you shouldn't. I think you should. Go and get them. Start them.
Just to let you know, Martin is on commission from the Perrys now. Just so you know.
Well, that's what I said to you the other day, and it's not bashing Warlord. And you were asking me about the greatcoat, should you get those? And I said, well, why would you pay for a Volvo when you can afford an Aston Martin? That's how I feel about the Warlord sets compared to But then to be fair, I've got Victrix, Front Rank, Perry, and Warlord all in my armies. I just mix everything together. It doesn't bother me at all. And you've got offensive miniatures, and it doesn't bother me because once you've mixed everything together, it doesn't look that bad. And so,
no, exactly.
VK is a superhero. Nick Games says.
Oh, he's massively, isn't he?
We all agree.
Yeah.
This coming in. Sorry, I'll get through. Miller's Miniature says he struggles with working out Napoleonics, but Phil's stuff on Wargames Anonymous and Leon's 18mm armies have helped him a lot and make it very tempting to try 18mm. Nick Games has then just asked what we're painting. They're painting Napoleonics.
Not painting. I'm building.
Well, he's putting them together. Steve's painting them, and I'm painting some fantasy Japanese stuff. What else we got here? Bavarians is a nice cornflower blue. Tim Bix confirmed Austrians fought for both. And then Miller's just finally saying, did you string the bows, Ken?
I did not even confirm nor deny that answer.
Oh dear. So
that's Dom's fault, that is.
Someone's got it in straight away. Matt Mayer, what the hell? I've just logged on and didn't realise that you guys had Henry V on. There you go. You can take. That's it now. You can. Someone's done it. You can take it off.
Yeah. That's very nice. I'm
special
happy.
Guest star.
I mean, so if you guys doing Napoleonics, is there anything that you really, really want to do? Because obviously, most people have to build out line battalions because they'll be your most plentiful resource basically on the battlefield. Are you gonna build out those and then do light battalions, and then cannons, or are you gonna kind of do 3 line battalions, then paint a couple of cannons and do a horde? How are you gonna? Or are you gonna do
no
individual brigades?
You go first,
my
Steve.
plan is once my plans, once this box is finished and everything's painted,
That's
which
it.
that'll give me 6 companies and 3 stands of skirmishers. I'm aiming to pick up the set of French cannons from Victrix. I was looking at them last night, and they look rather nice. So that's going to be my reward for getting through this box, is to paint some cannons. I've never painted cannons. The only cannons I've painted ever were at 10 mil for my ACW.
Steve, do you know what? I thought you were going to sound going to go back to doing Germans. I didn't realise you were going to carry on.
Well.
I didn't know you were going to carry on, mate.
These, yes.
Wow.
Yeah. I want to see it finished, because I keep looking at them and thinking they look really good. I just like the way they look. I mean, it's definitely a labour of love.
Yeah.
Because I'm so far out of my painting comfort zone. It's unbelievable. But I'm finding it quite enjoyable.
Yeah. Well,
could I let you in a little secret that you'll probably discover, but I don't want to ruin anything for you when you're painting Napoleonics?
What?
It'll never end.
No, people have said
it'll never be done. You'll never be done. You'll keep doing it. You'll keep buying. You'll just keep going. I was only ever going to paint my starter set thing that I won. That was it. That was, and then I've got 1,200 of them. So it just keeps on. It just keeps going.
My God, I'll tell you what.
I never thought.
Go on.
No, because I never thought I'd be painting white trousers and white waistcoats on figures. I've not opened a pot of field grey in over a week. This is like unheard of.
Your channel subscribers just going to go, what the fucking hell is he doing?
I know. They expect bolt action, so this would be a bit of a deviation.
Yeah, it's all right. I'll probably upset some of mine soon with some stuff that I've got coming, but I'll keep that.
Don't worry. If Martin's not doing Napoleonics, me and Steve are.
Yeah, there'll always be some Napoleonics. There'll always be some.
Oh, there'll be some cracking battle reports, but well, that was mine and Steve's kind of intake into it. But what about you, Martin? I think you kind of dabbled at it, didn't you? How you first got into?
I first got into it. I've always been interested in Napoleonic warfare, always. And I got into it, and I always wanted to do Napoleonics, but I always looked at it and went, that's a lot of stuff and that's a lot of work. And then in 2015, on the anniversary of Waterloo, I can't remember which Facebook group or community it was running a competition, and it was to win the La Haye-Saint Warlord box set, but the collector's set. So,
oh my God, you got the terrain as well.
Yeah.
Oh man,
yeah,
I can't wait.
I got so I basically, what happened was I can't even remember what the question was. It was something really easy, like who was the general of the British Army, or the Allied Army, or something like that. And I answered it, and then 2 months later I was just sitting here and I got a knock on the door and this massive box appeared. And I never got an email or anything to say, "Oh, you won" or anything like that.
How'd they get your address?
Because when you entered the competition, you put your address in and everything. It wasn't just like commenting on a Facebook post or anything like that. It was and then it came. So I put this whole thing together, and it came with the La Haye-Saint farmhouse, the Sarisa one, to put together in paint. It came with 2 or 3 battalions of French, 36-man battalion of Hanoverians, all the light infantry for the Hanoverians, some 95th rifles, rocket troops, some and that was it. And it came with the rule book, and that was it. So, and then after that, I just started buying more and more and more stuff. But I took the decision to, because back then that was when Warlord was still selling them as packs of 36, like Perry. But I took the decision to make them into 24-man battalions, so my collection went a lot further. So 2 units of 36 men is actually 3 units of 24 men. So I kind of like started spacing things out, and then I just carried on. But I don't really, even though I paint most of my stuff up as 100 days campaign, because that was what I won with the set, because I've started doing things like Italians and stuff like that, I just paint kind of what I want to paint and just have games with it. That's it. I just enjoy it. I just really like the period.
Right, and that just leads into a massively another topic. You've literally just hit it nail on the head. What do you mean you painted them up to look like the 100 Days campaign? There's more than one type of like uniform for a regiment.
Yes.
Shut
So
up.
the Napoleonic Wars spanned a very long period of time, Ken, and uniforms changed throughout. The main one is the main one you'll see, in my opinion, is you'll see the Peninsular War, and then you'll see the 100 Days. So the 100 Days campaign things like did change, but it's up to you. If you want to go for mega accuracy, then yeah, go for it. But I don't. I try to do things to a point where I'm happy with them, and I think that's a model on the tabletop. So.
I think I'm gonna pick a period then. So if you say Peninsula or 100 Days, and I'm gonna go with the uniforms for that period. Does that make sense? So if it's Peninsular War, I'm gonna do my battalions what they would have looked like in the Peninsular War for that. So if I buy some British, again I will do those in Peninsular War. Does that make sense?
Yes, with white trousers and different headgear, where the plumes are in the middle and not on the side. The little bits here.
So basically, I need to do a lot of research to work. So I need to work out which kits look like were based on what, basically. Is that right?
Well, with the Perrys, I think they supply you. You're able to make up both in the boxes, and then Warlords supply different boxes for the Peninsula and for the 100 Days.
Right. Okay. Oh my god, this is a massive
I think all mine are
going
to be set after 1812.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm thinking.
Or just do the 1812 campaign and stick loads of snow on them. There you go. You're done. You're fine. They've all got frostbite. There you go.
Yeah.
When was Waterloo?
I can repaint these now.
What year was Waterloo again?
1815.
Yeah, there you go. I'll do it for that. Done.
Well, I'm expanding my knowledge by reading that book at the moment, so these may actually end up at Waterloo.
Yeah.
I've yet to decide.
Oh my god, there's so many heads.
So look, here you go. I'm going to get those two bases out again that I showed you before, just to show you what I mean. I tried to put all the get the 4 different companies, the different color pom-poms, but I don't religiously keep them 6 to a base. So I will do, I don't know if you can see them. So I've got some red ones in there for some grenadiers, but then I've got a Voltiger who's like running forward. It's just so I can have that. Because ultimately, because I play Black Powder, it depends, I suppose, if you're going to play Sharp Practice, Black Powder, Muskets and Tomahawks will be releasing a supplement. But ultimately, it's about the whole unit, and the unit can then look however really you want it to. You could do like, I've got some where I've got like a cannonball. I've tried to model it like a cannonball has gone off in the middle of them. So there's a few of them. I've used casualty figures to kind of do them flying about a little bit. So you can just really do, and yeah, like I said to Ken, I didn't have enough models, so I bought a cavalry model and just stuck him on there. So he'll sit in there with all the men, and that takes the place of 2 models, and he stands out in the stands.
That's what I was always told before I got into sort of Napoleonics or historicals. It's pretty much just about the base size. It's okay what you put on them.
Yeah, it's all about unit frontage.
Yeah.
Frontage. Yeah.
So
if you're playing Black Powder,
because I know Dom, he's gone for four to a base.
Yeah.
Whereas I'm using the same base size, but mine have got 6 on.
Yeah. You've got 6 on the little one, have you?
On the 4x4, yeah, I've got 6.
Really? How did you fit them on?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
It's quite a struggle.
Okay, so hang on. I knew this was happening. So there you go. Leslie's coming about the uniforms. No, Martin. Yeah, no, I know. Like, I didn't want to upset Ken too much, so that's why I only told him 2. All right, I'll ruin his night. So you've got revolutionary uniforms. You've got the early war with bicorns. Then the uniforms change up to about 18, 10 or 12, and then you have another change of uniforms past that.
4 different uniforms.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck that. No wonder why people friggin' don't like ever finish. My God.
Yeah. But it's up to what you're happy with.
That's all right. I only be playing you and Dom, so it won't really matter.
Oh God.
What have you done, Martin? You kicked off the chat again.
I don't think I've kicked it off. I wouldn't do that. Someone's just said. So someone said, like, it's a question for us. So I don't know if it's so basically why is there still no Russian Napoleonic cavalry in plastics? if anyone did a Kickstarter for that, he'd back him. That was Bill Roy. And then some people are saying, Steve, you could always do Germans for your Napoleonics. And then Perry's apparently going to be doing some Russian cavalry. That's cool.
Yeah, they are. We did it. We did the interview of them. Martin, you should remember that.
I remember certain bits of that, and because most of the time I was just staring at them, thinking, "Hey, just send me models." Steve, you could do some German stuff, some Prussians.
The thing is, I'm actually I don't know why, but I want a French army.
I don't want a French army, but I'm having to go French because of Dom. Git.
Well, these were the first box I bought, or the only box I bought, and I had a choice between. I think in the model shop there was quite a few Perry boxes there, and there was the British Line Infantry and there was the French one, and I was like, and I walked out with the French. So, yeah. But for me, this is more of a challenge. I want the entire box done.
See, I've started my third off. That's my point.
My God.
But I will admit, painting them over the past 2 weeks since I've been working on these, it's made me want to increase my knowledge of the period more.
Yeah.
Because I don't like painting miniatures or building miniatures that I don't know the background to. For me, it's like, what's the point? I want to know what they did, where they were, what battles they fought in. Which is why with these French, I mean, my knowledge of Napoleonic Wars is, well, minuscule at best. But I am picking up books. I am reading. I'm watching videos at night as well. So yeah, I'm slowly getting there.
That is always a good thing, Steve, isn't it?
I always like.
I mean, yeah, it's a bit for me. It's something different as well. So I'm not in World War II.
Where the heck is that gone? Sorry, I'm just looking for. That's what I mean. There's so many sprues. There's so many sprues. Oh my God! I still got this command sprue in front of me.
Battle Knights wants to know. I think this is at Steve. Are you doing the French for Napoleonics because there was no French army properly in World War II?
As someone that is actually painting a French army for World War II.
Hey, they fought the Allies, the French. Got to remember that.
I'm not touching that one. I'm just going to let Steve go.
No, I mean, I've got it's about 75% done, but I like my early war French. They're really the figures could be updated. They're a bit old.
Yeah, there's not a lot of variety, is there? That's the only problem.
No, there isn't. There isn't at all. But I really wanted an early war army, and mate Ian, he's got a German Blitzkrieg army, so that was my option taken away from me, which I would have normally have done that. But no, that's when I used Warlord's old build an army deal. Christ, it's 4 years ago now since I got that. I really need to work on that. I'm only about two infantry sections and an artillery piece away from finishing the entire army. I think it's about 1,200 points. So, yeah, once that's done, expect a showcase video on the channel.
Awesome. There you go.
Cool. Even Steve's doing the plugs. Love it. Love it, mate. Where's that?
We had some more. Liam, Cambridge Liam, has dropped in and said hi. Hello. Hello, mate.
Welcome to the fun.
There you go. This is one for you, Ken, because we were talking about this. So and Steve as well. So quick question with games like Black Powder: when you're making your men up, do you prefer them in a marching or a shooting pose?
Ooh, controversial.
Because obviously when you put in the column, you're gonna it's easy to be said. It looks like you shoot them in the head.
Right. All right. Okay. So I am finding out slowly, putting these men together, I've got a little bit of a problem. I might be a little bit OCD because I made up the guys will tell you, we got our own little Facebook group, our little Facebook messaging thing between the four of us, and we send each other pictures of stuff we were getting up to and asked our opinions on things. And I said I had like 6 Fusiliers together, and one of them was in marching pose and the others were in the advancing pose. And I said, this doesn't look right. I don't like it. does it look stupid? Have I done something completely wrong? And the first thing Martin come back to me and said, no, mine are like that. And then I messaged him back and said, is it wrong that I hate that? So I've decided I'm going to do advancing battalion, a marching battalion, and a greycoats battalion. So that's how I'm going to differentiate my first, second, and third battalions. And I'm only going to do battalions that have got 3 battalions in. So the battalions, regiments that have got 3 battalions. So I won't be doing any of 2 unless they're really special. But yeah, that's how I'm going to do it, because I can't have marching mixed with advancing. No. That doesn't look right at all. I can't do it. I'm so sorry. and then I said, have I turned into like, what have I turned into? What are these plastic crap things doing to me? But Martin's just shaking his head at me, and I'm like, Martin's talking about cannonballs.
I just think you spoiled for choice. Like, I mean, I've just mixed everything. I mean, sometimes I've got whole battalions of marching. Yeah,
and they look fucking great.
But then I've got ones that are mixed. I've got ones that are in the firing line, kneeling with guys that are firing over their heads.
If I really took it seriously, I'd do one for each, like a march and shoot, and then swap them out when it was different actions. I'm generally thinking about doing the squares.
I think it's Arcane Cynics has done some. If you go on his blog, he's done some wicked squares. So it's like I think it's like a 8-inch by 8-inch base, and he's just modelled cool looking squares on them. But it doesn't bother me, because when it's all on the table, and Napoleonic game, I still think a Napoleonic game is the best looking game on the table. So when it's all on there, it don't matter. It just looks cool. I think it don't matter that much. And I find Black Powder quite a casual game. So if you've got to position a base a few centimeters forward because someone's stabbing the bayonets and jabbing it forward, it doesn't really bother me that much. So I don't know. Maybe other people find. Like, I wonder
if I'm going to get friends because of this, and you're going to get hated on.
I might do. Yeah, this could be it. This could be it. Yeah.
If you want a more serious Wargamers opinion when it comes to Napoleonics, come and check me out.
I'm serious. I just like having as many things as possible, so I'll paint everything and find a way to use it.
Martin's that sort of person that puts cavalry in with his infantry.
You did have some cavalry. You did have some officers on horses leading infantry.
I know, it looks so good. I'm so jealous that I didn't think of that.
It looks cool. I'm considering doing it for my Wars of the Roses stuff as well.
It would be good. And you're right, it does save a miniature. So you can make yourself another battalion up at some point with all those saved miniatures. Definitely.
Yeah, if you did one every other base, you'd be saving. If you did 4, you'd save 4 models per battalion. But then I just like doing the commander. I haven't done it for all. I think I've done 3. I haven't done it for the British. I don't know. I don't know why. I prefer doing it for the French. But Victrix are going to be releasing their Brunswickers soon, and I saw on there the renders of the what do you call it, like the CAD plans. The pack will come, even they're plastics, and the pack will come by looks of it with a mounted officer.
Ooh, that's pretty cool.
And Miller said, yeah, the same for the Austrians.
Stephen Pritchard, you're right, mate. I've not seen you on here before. Welcome. And David Baker, welcome, mate. Grenadiers on the right of the line 6 bases of 4. 6 bases. Oh, he does 6 bases of 4. Oh, okay. That's different. Oh, yeah, 6 bases of 4, yeah. Yeah, because that's another controversial subject, isn't it? 6 on a base, or that frontage. What is it? 60 by 40 or 40 by 40 bases.
But it's still the same frontage. It's still 20mm model.
Yeah, so Steve, if you view 6 of your models on a 40mm, you're going to run out. You're going to be too short.
Well, no, because what I'm doing is I'm basing them off how they were on here, so it's 6 per company.
Yeah, but they're on 60 by 40mm bases.
He's gonna have more men in his regiment.
I think the bases I've got are. Let me just measure them.
No, he's doing 40 by 40s.
Yeah,
but he's putting 6 on the 40 by 40 instead of 4, so he's going to be short in lengthwise.
But if he's doing 30, Steve, how many are you doing? 36 to a battalion.
36 divided by 6 is 6.
I'm painting the entire box, but every company is going to be on a 4x4 base.
Yeah, 4x4. So he's gonna be short. Because if every company's on a 4x4 in the book, it gives you a 6x4.
4, 8.
Well, this box comes with 42 miniatures, and that's including 6 skirmishers.
So let me work this out. Where there?
Gives me
So if you got
36 figures, 6
4.
6 per company, 6 times 6, 36.
So you're on 6 by 6. We use it. We're 6 40 mils. So 6.
So he'll still have the same frontage. You'll just have more models in a battalion, but it'll still be the same frontage. He'll just have more models.
I said. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
How many have we?
Really
how many
models you have on your base?
How many have we got then?
It's all about it.
I'm so confused.
We have 24. He's gonna have 36.
He's gonna have 36 in the space of our 24.
Yes.
Okay, right. Now that makes sense. Got ya.
But the overall size will be the same. The overall front.
Got ya. Yeah. Sorry, I was being a twat.
It's all right. Should we go back? Leslie wants me basically to ruin Ken's night now and just tell him that the battalion sizes did vary as well, because some would be bigger than others.
Well, fuck it. Oh dear. I'm sorry if you listen to this in an audio format, because I know most of you probably listen to this via painting. Just hear my language. You have to see my face sometimes. It's not in a great place. I'm excited about these. I just want to get these buggers built. Turned into Dom saying buggers. I just want to get them built. I want to get painting them. But I can't paint them anyway till my airbrush French paint arrives. Waiting for that.
See, that's Ken. These ones that I've got, they're literally the only building I've had to do is the officer, the drummer, and the skirmishers. All the rest are just one-piece figures that just need a bit of cleaning up.
Really?
Yeah, that's the other box, isn't it? That's the older box. It's.
I had them in my hand today.
This is the old style.
Oh no, these are 2 arms, backpack, head.
No, for most of mine, the only additional part is the pack. That's it.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm not gonna lie. These do look bloody good though. These do look good.
Yeah, I mean, those pictures you said yesterday, they look a lot more detailed than mine.
Yeah, they're this year's sprue, aren't they? So, or last year's sprue.
Yeah, it come out just before Christmas. It was in my stocking.
Here you are, dear. You've got a good wife. You have, sir. To be fair, my girlfriend was very good this year. She bought models. She was the first year she's done it. She's been a good lady. But I know. Oh yeah, that's what I need to say. Dom can buy that 3D printer off me if he wants. I'm just not going to use it. I know he wants to play with one. Let's send a YouTube on it. Mind face like.
I'm not very technically minded, so
We got here. I'm doing Foundry. Stephen Pritchard said I'm doing Foundry painting at the moment. Nice to meet you all. Oh, nice to meet you too, mate.
Hello, mate.
Welcome if you. Yeah, great to meet you. Lovely to have you here. I say we've got a back catalogue of a load of things. We're on episode 25 now, so obviously you can start right at the beginning. See how amateur we are. This is not a professional podcast. The early days, it was just me and Dom, wasn't it? How long have you guys been doing it now? How many weeks have you been on?
8, I think.
It's about 8.
I think I'm up to about 8 or 9 for me. Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah. Jeez Louise.
Yeah, I think so.
It's been a while then.
It's been very nice. Although Miller's asked a question, which I was going to ask you two, about Napoleonics. What are you two going to buy for your first cavalry unit? Because there's a lot of choice.
Oh God, I'm dreading it. I'm not going to lie. You take it, Steve.
Could I pick them for you?
Well, if you build and paint them, yeah.
No, because call me psychic, but after the fun and games of you and Dom telling me to buy and paint some hussars, just for the torture of all the lacing. So no, I won't be getting hussars. Let's put it that way.
I generally, this is not a joke, I generally might buy them already painted and already done off eBay, because I really, really don't want to do them.
I can make a recommendation of what I think is easiest, and I knocked them out in a whole evening. So
what,
just
12?
3 hours. Yep. And Jesus. I can make it, and that is the Perry Cuirassier heavy cavalry set.
There you go.
Because they're basically, because they're wearing breastplates, so that's the uniform. So you've just got like blue sleeves, and some white gloves, breastplates, black plumes, and then obviously some horses. But with contrast, and that was before contrast. I use spray paints to just colour the horses really quickly.
Oh, okay.
But they are a really nice set. And Miller, there you go. Miller's just said that as well. Like, the Napoleonic Cuirassiers.
Oh,
and then someone at Nick Games, French Cuirassiers. I've Lancers. Lancers are good as well. They got mostly got green uniforms. The set I really want to get is the Vitrix Polish Lancers, because I want to do them as the red Lancers and have 18 of them in the regiment for a large cavalry regiment, because they're Imperial Guard Lancers.
Okay,
but that's 18.
Right. Cuirassiers it will be then. They sound easy enough for me.
Yeah.
They look cool as well, because they're kind of all in that. Well, you can either have them with shouldered arms, so they've got their swords up like this, just over their shoulders, sort of coming back like this, or you can have that cool. They're charging forwards like that with their hands turned. And the sabers.
Yeah, it's got to be like that.
Sticking out like that, and they're all going forwards. If you go on Perry's site as well, they've got horse casualties, Cuirassier casualties.
Sweet.
So I've bought some so I can use them when my Cuirassiers are taking casualties. And you've got one that looks, it says Cuirassiers hit by canister. And you've got the horses are kind of, it's a bit sick really, but the horses are flipping over. or there's one there's a Cuirassier being dragged by his horse. So you could mix those in. It looked cool.
Yeah, it sounds good.
It looked cool. They do it for Lancers as well.
Just quickly, Stephen Pritchard's asking who we all are, because obviously he's new. Right, so I'm Ken, Miniature Wargaming Warriors, the channel you're watching. Martin, do you want to say hello, Martin?
I'm Martin, or my YouTube channel, Seventh Son.
And below on my channel, anyway, should be go on, Steve.
I'm Steve. I run a channel called On Point HQ, which is about 99% bolt action. So if you're into a bit of bolt action, it's the channel.
Yeah, and the guy that's not here this week is Dom. Dom runs Boots on the Table with Dom.
He loves French.
Oh yeah,
it's a wholly French channel.
Yeah. It's gonna kick your ass, mine. That's very much an in joke, but yeah, that's made me think funny. Sorry, my laugh then was absolutely horrendous. But yeah, no. Dom does a lot of. He does a lot. He's a lot like me, isn't he? He does mostly historicals. Well, yeah, near enough all historicals, apart from Oathmark, which I do, and I do a little bit of Warhammer and a little bit of 40k. But this is a period that I'm just starting. I've done some 100 Years War stuff, but like Steve, I do a lot of bolt action, which is a bit lackluster on my channel at the moment. But I need to do what excites me, so I'm going to do that. But yeah, welcome, and it's nice to have you with us. Sorry about that. Let's crack on then. So where did we get to? So we got to
cavalry.
We were
talking about cavalry.
Cavalry. Oh god, yeah. So I'm kind of thinking along the line of Martin. You can, I'll pay you to do mine. I'll literally pay you, and you can. I don't mind what you take as payment. I've got models to trade. I've got a girlfriend.
What, more cavalry?
I've got a girlfriend, and you can have her for for life. She can be yours. I can't be dealing with cavalry.
Leslie said, "Why not the Mamelukes? That would be quite cool." They're the
Yeah, but when you say that'd be quite cool, it normally means they're a right pain in the ass to paint.
Yeah,
right, I'll send you to.
I'll send you to take from things like that.
Right, I'll send you to a photo to the chat while you're watching this, and you'll see what I mean. They would look cool if you had a regiment of them. Here we go. Hang on. There you go. Which one is going to react first?
Oh, bloody hell!
Jesus Christ! They're
But they
bright.
would look so cool.
No,
That's the thing. You want a nice bright uniform.
No, screw that. They look.
They would send me a bit peculiar, actually.
Yeah, just a tad. Right, I'm stuck again. Help! 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 So, I've done. Oh, Jesus Christ! That's what I mean. I've done my Voltigeurs on the left. So there's my 6 with 2 Fusiliers. I've done 6 Fusiliers. I've done a command. So now I've got to do 2 Fusiliers and 4 Grenadiers. Is that right?
Yeah.
Yes! Yes, I was right. And it actually matches up. I've got enough to do the advancing post. Yes, that means I'm going to have enough to do the marching post for the next battalion. Oh, I'm so happy. two battalions in one box set. What a value is that? I've got to admit, I have bought the light infantry box set second hand just because I want the grey coats. But thinking about it now, I could have just bought another Perry's one and ended up with, oh no, what have I done?
So now you should just go on the Perry site and buy it anyway.
I should buy the box D ad. 2 boxes of the box D ad, and then I'd have oh no, I can't because I'm buying all these. Yeah, but I'm buying all these plastics and I'm not painting the buggers. And then I end up with a massive pile. So no, I can't. No, they'll have to wait. Jeez Louise, what am I doing? I'm falling back into the trap again. It's that shiny model syndrome. Oh yeah, look at all these. I haven't even started painting these yet. They ain't got no paint on them whatsoever.
I think with my next ones, I'm going to attempt some head swaps.
Oh, here he goes. Here he goes. Kit Bash and Steve loves it.
Oh, definitely.
Got to do it.
There's a whole amount of there's loads of extras in that box that I've just not used. There's loads of different heads. There's officers' hats. There's some really strange headwear that I'm not familiar with. And it feels weird just painting stock miniatures, not something that I've chopped up or added green stuff to.
Yeah.
Mm. They haven't got. You actually have to remove the heads off of the bodies, don't you? You've actually got to take that off.
Yeah.
I remember now. Actually, clip it off and file it down, stick it on.
Have you?
I've even used some of them for my British. I did like some British Hussars, and I wanted like a bare-headed one, so I used the bare head from that French set.
Do you know
I figured hairstyles would pretty much be the same.
Now, do you know the one thing I really want to do with the British? One thing massively, I want to do Highlanders with bagpipes.
I really wondered what you want to do. Highlanders,
yeah, with bagpipes.
Right. If you do it, can you do it? Can you do it on a stream when you're going to do the kilts? I would love. I want to. I won't even comment. I'll just watch.
Give it a go.
I was going to do all 3 Highland battalions for my British. Did one and never again.
Was it that bad?
The tartan. I found it painful. I found it really, really painful to do it because I painted tartan before on individual models and just done like, I'm going to do like a tartan sash on this guy. And it wasn't so bad, but when I was doing 24 of them, and I was trying to make it match, and they weren't. And the Highlanders, because I used the Warlord set, so they're all running, they're all coming forwards with bayonets like that. They're all charging, so it was all the kilts. They're modelled really well, and the kilts are all sort of flowing and but I couldn't. I had such a hard time. I think that took me. I think they took me about 2 months to paint. So I'd just do one base, and then have to paint something else entirely for a few weeks, and I'll go back and do another base.
Wow. Yeah, but have they got bagpipes?
Yeah, the music. Yeah, there's a bagpiper in there.
Oh, mate. So instead of the drum, you get the bagpiper, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. See, that's why I'd want to do the British.
And I think Victrix make a few boxes of Highlanders. I think you get like flank company boxes and centre company boxes. I know that's what they do for the British. So
yeah,
like the main British line. So,
yeah, but
I think if I was going to try that, I don't know how successful I'd be, but I'd try my own clan's tartan, just for a bit of authenticity. But I'm not quite sure how I'd make that. I really don't think. I don't think I'd be in the right frame of mind afterwards.
Yeah, no, that's the thing. I'll give it a go. I definitely would like that in that because they would look freaking awesome on the table. But yeah, is the next step then. So we've gone through like introductions to how we do, what we think, and all that. So somebody that's looking to get into Napoleonics then, and even somebody that's in it, obviously, but mainly for guys that are looking to get into it or start off, the different manufacturers. So we've mentioned a few of them. So if we're going to just stick with mainly plastics, because this is what a beginner's really going to go with, is a set of plastics. So you've got, well, that I know of, 3 choices. You've got Warlords, you've got Perry's, and you have Victrix. Am I right in saying that?
Yep.
For plastic. So prices, Warlord, I believe, are 24 quid for a 24-man unit. Perry's are £20. This is all retail from their own websites, by the way. Not third party. You can buy them cheaper third party. Are £20 for 44 miniatures, and Victrix are 25 quid for 60. Okay. But they all have their pluses and minuses. So Martin can take Victrix. I'll take Warlord, and you can take Perry, Steve. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So do you want to go with Victrix, Martin? So you get your 60-man things. You've got experience with them.
Yeah. So you get. So for example, with the Old Guard, you'll get 60 Old Guard in March. Some of them are in sort of firing poses. It's a pretty solid set, but considering you get 60.
It's enough to nearly upgrade 3 battalions, isn't it?
I mean, I've had to clean up a fair bit of flash on mine, but I don't know if I just got like a bad batch, because I've heard other people say it was really good, so I don't know if that was something. It didn't really bother me that much for the price and what I was getting. However, I think they were a bit newer, the Old Guard, but the Victrix British, let me put it this way, I'm really pleased with how they look now, but when I was building them, I nearly threw them out the window. Ken is swearing now, but I know that one of the Victrix British had 9 pieces, and I was trying to hold all these the hands on the musket to the arms, while the arms were gluing to the body. It was painful, and I lost my rag with it quite a bit. But I'm really pleased with how they look.
And it's kind of a compensation for the amount of miniature you get, isn't it? Because that's a lot of miniature for 25 quid.
It is, and like Steve said, if you want to go into it, you get 3 cannons, plus the limbers, which I really like. They chuck the limbers in there as well.
I have seen them. I have seen those, the cannons.
But they're not in the 1815 set. They're in the earlier cannon set, but then the limbers aren't in the 1815 set. So
there's different set of cannons as well.
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
Yeah. But then you've got to decide if you're going to paint your cannons up as belonging to the guard, like I have, or whether they're belonging to like just the foot regiments, or whether you've got horse artillery.
If you got guard, they got to belong to the guard, haven't they?
Yeah, but then how would you feel about a guard cannon mixed in with your line infantry, or would you just have to buy one in a different uniform? How's that sort of OCD you were talking about? Would you be able to have that bare skin blue uniform?
No.
Yeah, exactly. That's the thing. So yeah, I really like Victrix. Don't get me wrong, I really like them. And you get a lot of models to build out a lot of regiments. And I've mixed, but just saying the others, I think they mix really well with Perry. They're a bit more noticeable with Warlord. You can definitely see Warlord I'll let you go so about, but I tend to now mix quite a few together, and to be honest, I think when they're all together, they don't really matter that much. But I think they go together best with Perry.
Yeah.
So there you go. That's my Victrix one.
That's Victrix. Do you want to do what you think of your Perry so far, Steve? Oh. Steve's frozen. Oh. I'll take over for Warlord. Yeah, Steve's gone. Sorry, he'll be back in a minute.
That was the question's broken.
I'll answer. Because I'll answer a bit of Perry's as well because I've got the newer kits. Steve's got the older kit. So Warlord stuff, I have seen them up close and I have looked on the website and stuff. Same with all Warlord figures. They are definitely in a more heroic scale compared to, say, Perry or Victrix. So the hands are a bit bigger, the heads are a bit bigger. But then I don't really care about that. I will mix those battalions in with other battalions. So like my Perry's battalion and things like that. All my light infantry, I think, are going to be Warlords. Because you get 24 in the pack and they are 20 quid, I believe. They might be a little bit more dear. So they are very detailed. But if I was going to pick line infantry, I would be going with Perry miniatures, but only for the grey coats because of the simplicity of them all being in one place. And you get enough to do a whole battalion with command. I would pick the Warlord stuff. You're going to go grey coats, but you could. I'm right in saying Steve will talk about it in a minute. That he's got grey coats in his mixed, but I don't know if it comes with command in grey coats. I'm not too sure, so he can answer that. Oh, it does. It does it? Okay.
But you see, the thing is, you could just do this, kid. You could just buy 2 boxes and then just have one, and then just put all of the greatcoats together for a battalion of Perrys and all of them out.
You could. I just like for some reason. I just like the look of them. I don't know why. I just like the look of them. Sounds it's really weird, isn't it? I just like the look of them. And there he is. He's back. But yeah, I like the look of them, and yeah, they are probably for pound, they're the more expensive option of all three. Definitely, you don't get as much bang for your buck with Warlords. But Steve's going to talk about like his Perrys in a minute, and then I'll talk about my set afterwards. So, do you want to talk about your Perrys, Steve?
Yeah, like I said before, I was rudely frozen by technology. I'm not a big painter of Perry's miniatures. I've only owned 2 boxes, which was the plastic Deutsche Afrika Corps and these. But these, they're nice miniatures. I mean, it's an old kit, but it's a lovely kit. It's very they're detailed. I like the marching poses, and you get so many. I mean, I think I paid 20 quid, and I got 42 figures in the box.
That's less than 50p a model, isn't it?
Which, yeah, is absolutely brilliant value, and you don't just get the figures. Like I said, you get loads of additional heads and weapons, and just generally bits and pieces to improve on them. My only gripe, this is a minor one, which is something Martin mentioned before, is that if you want to swap a head, it's not a simple head swap. It's you need to take the complete head off the figure before attaching this new one. But that's a minor grumble aside. That I mean, I'm pretty adept at chopping up miniatures anyway, so I don't think I'm gonna find any problems with that. But no, this set, I like it, and I would definitely buy more of this set. In fact, I think I will buy more after this is finished. Great sculpts, plenty of figures, lots of details in there. The thing you get with it as well, the painting guide is really good. Banners and all kinds. So yeah, very happy with my Perrys.
Yes, very good. Do you as well, I was saying before, you get grey coats, don't you, and a mix?
Yes.
So you get a mix in your set. So
is it a mix of grey coats and dress? Yeah.
Is it the right? Is it this equal mix, or are we talking different mix, 50-50, or?
There's more grey coats than dress. I think. I could just be concentrating on the great coats because they're easier to paint than the blue and white.
I think there is more great coats if I remember.
Yeah,
it definitely appears. Appears like there's more.
I wish I went for that box set now. I do honestly wish I went for that box set, but we live and learn, don't we, with models? But so I've got the newer Perrys. There's 2 boxes that they bought out last year at Christmas time. So they bought out the Battalion box set, which is the box set I've got now, which I believe is 6 sprues of line infantry, 2 sprues of elites, and 1 command sprue. Total of 44 miniatures. There's no great coats in here. So they are all dressed. What is it? What's it called? What's the technical name for it? Sorry, it's not battle dress. What is it? What are these
Dress
called?
uniform.
Yeah, these dress uniform. Are they? Yeah. So they're all in dress.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're all in dress uniform, which is, I don't know. I quite like the idea of the mix. What I quite like is if they brought out a box set separately that just had their greatcoats in and got rid of the set that Steve's got. I can understand why they haven't, because the models that Steve's got anyway are really good. But these are in more parts, so they're a lot more customizable. So I've got the body and the legs all together in one base. Heads are different, and both arms are separate, and the backpack's different as well. But you do get a lot of variety with these. Really nice. But they also do an elite box set, which is the other way round, I believe, which is 6 elites, 2 line, and a command sprue. So if you want more elite, so you want to do they'd be the old guard, wouldn't they?
No. It was designed. I think it was designed for people. I remember them saying at the time it was maybe designed for people who were doing more single base stuff. So that one might be more for sharp practice. I could be wrong there.
Okay.
It was designed.
Because you still get Fusiliers and you still get the other heads on the elite sprue. But you also on this you get the marching and advancing poses. With these sprues. With Steve, is it just the marching poses, Steve?
Yeah, pretty much every figure apart from the 6 skirmishers are in marching pose.
Yeah,
one of them.
So mine you get the advance and the march. So what I'm going to do is I've basically got a battalion. I'm going to do advancing, and then the other 3 I'm going to do marching. So for example, like I said earlier, 1st battalion might be advance pose, 2nd battalion will be march pose, and then 3rd battalion will be in greatcoats. And that's how I'm going to do it. But there's enough to do 2 battalions. Like if you got another command set, another command sprue, or you got a command sprue or command. I think they sell the command sprue on their own actually.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, so you could just buy another command sprue along with the box. You got 2 battalions basically of 24. I've managed to get away with it because I had some offensive miniatures. What you could do is go on offensive miniatures and buy their command if you want something a bit different. Metals, they're really nice. I stripped those down. I even stripped them down today, just for this. So there's everything on there. So you got your eagle. What's it called? It's not standard, is it?
Eagle bearer.
Eagle bearer, yeah, that's it. So you've got your eagle bearer and his 2 flank guards with halberds. You've got a drummer, you've got a sapper, and you've also got an officer. I've got to admit, the sapper model is actually really nice, especially for plastic. Quite impressed with that, actually. I might even do a bit of kit bashing for later sets. But no, overall, really, really happy. I'm going to buy separate flags. They do come with flags, but I'm going to go with what Martin said for a reference.
GMB.
Yeah, I'm going to go with that.
Flag.
And I'm going to go for 2 regiments as well that come in the same pack, like Martin said to suggest. So just pick 2 regiments, so I get the most use out of the flags as well, which is pretty handy. So yeah, in all honesty, now I've heard all 3, it's like I was very tempted to get the Victrix because they were 60 quid. I think if Victrix brought out new sets that made it easy to put together less pieces like these are, I'd probably go for the Victrix because you get more money, more bang for your buck. But for now, I'd definitely go with the Perrys overall, I think. Yeah, that's what I would do. That's a bit of a waffle by me. Apologies for that.
That's all right. Let's go for it. Shall I go through some comments because we've had quite a few?
Yeah, go on.
Okay, so oh god, hang on, I'm just going back then. That's the cavalry one. Cuirassiers. Leslie's given lots of information. I think Ken, I think you and Leslie just need to have a separate chat and a separate conversation. Let's go for it.
Put it on the Miniature Wargaming Warriors Facebook page, Leslie, because then it's there for everybody as well. Then everyone can see it and can help everybody out.
Yeah, Matt Mail said, which blue paint do you recommend for French infantry?
The airbrush one, the French blue that Vallejo Model Air do. That's what I'm using because it's French blue.
I just use.
I've been using royal blue.
I tend to use because I rattle can blue all of my French because it's absolutely fine just with army paint and stuff. That's what I've always done.
Is it fine though, mine? Would a purist do that?
Yeah. I don't know. I just rattle can them, but then I shade them down with some blue shades and that, and then.
What shade do you use? Do you use the army paint one or do you use the Games Workshop one?
I use the Vallejo one.
Vallejo okay. Blue shade. Oh, I didn't know they did one.
To put that down, and then I basically paint it all in, and then I use normal. But if I'm going to highlight, I tend to use this air color, which is magic blue. Game Air.
Oh, Game Air, yeah.
For highlighting, because that comes out like quite nice, and like look, they make some models look quite crisp. If you want that look, so I just pick out like the absolute highlights of it like that. But I have used this GW one, McCrag Blue.
Yeah.
But the only reason I use that is because it came free off the front of that magazine, and my friend bought it, a few copies of this magazine, so he gave all the blues to me because he knows I like French. So I've just been using this stuff. It's quite a sort of deep blue. It's just quite, blue to me.
What I've been using is the Vallejo Royal Blue. And I was trying to work out what sort of wash to put over it. I'm keeping these. Normally, I'd put a wash over just all over, but I'm doing it quite neat with these.
Pin washing.
So I use this Coelia. I use Coelia green shade. It's a green wash, but it works quite well with the blue.
Oh, okay. I wouldn't have thought that. I've got there's Beltan green, and you've also got you've got a blue washer in Games Workshop. Do you know what else I was thinking you could do? You could use one of the contrast paints, one of the really thin ones like Tesla blue or something like that. You know?
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to do some experimenting, but I'm gonna be airbrushing the majority of mine, so I'm gonna be doing a Zenithal highlight with mine, and leaving the white as it is. Through the Zenithal highlight.
No, I'm going old school, man. I've not done any cheating with these. These are all.
I'm sure I'll be back in a second.
Just, primed,
what's that?
And then everything else is just.
What have you done, Martin?
Where are they?
You talking to me? Oh, he's gone. He's talking to himself for about 20 seconds and couldn't hear us. Oh, mate, you were talking to yourself going, where are they?
Yeah.
Where are they? Oh.
Well, yeah, well, I don't really know what to say. Yeah.
It was quite funny. Me and Steve were like, you talking to us?
What do I do? I just keep on talking.
You were like, I can't swear, and go, ah.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Well, sorry, Ed, there was loads on here. What else did they say? Damgen came back in and said Worlds is still going on. I assume he means the Napoleonics.
Oh yeah, yes. Tonight is all about
that. The Napoleonic one. Maybe some difference. So there was a Napoleonic one tonight. And Leslie says Hat make plastics. HAT. Hat may also make plastics. And then Chris Packer says Hat are a different size to Perry's and Warlord. Tabletop CP says Cantor Blue from GW is good, at least from the two that he's done so far. And Matt Mail said he started with Talasar Blue, but it was a bit light.
Oh, okay.
Chris Packer said use Vallejo Dark Prussian Blue as a base coat and Vallejo Prussian Blue to highlight.
Does anybody else actually airbrush their miniatures? Like how I'm going to try it? Like, no, what I mean is like, is anybody in the chat do it? Anyone try it and say how it looks? Because obviously, between us, I'm going to be doing it. Like, I'm probably the only one who's going to be painting them all like airbrush mainly, aren't I? I'm only going to be picking out certain colours with it, but the majority I'm hoping to airbrush. Just for a time factor, I think. I don't think it's going to take as long, but I'll soon find out.
I've seen people who like airbrush the horses. And stuff.
Yeah.
I don't really know. You'll just have to let us know how it goes. You should do some videos on it because I don't think I've seen anyone sort of airbrushing the actual minis. I've seen Xenophor highlighting being done with an airbrush before painting them, but not
using it to do the base layer
uniforms. No,
I think they'd be really easy for grey coats, but go on, mate. Sorry.
I'm going old school on mine. I've not cheated on anything. It's just been proper old school painting. I've not. That's why it's a bit strange to me. I can't just splash a wash over everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, you pin highlighting them, innit? I think pin highlighting does look nicer. Like you pin highlight colours, and I don't know. I don't know. I'm gonna, like I say, each battalion's gonna look different. So I'm just gonna give it a go and see what happens. I'm gonna try the airbrush, and if it doesn't work for the first couple of models, I'll strip them because it's airbrushing and it's really thin paint, and I'll try another technique.
Yeah.
And deal like that.
How it goes.
How it develops, yeah. Oh,
Leslie wants to know how you're going to airbrush the eyes.
Paint the eyes on these. Yeah, I will. To be fair, I will actually paint the eyes on these because they are all actually doable and you can see them. So I think I probably will. But yeah, no, I'll give it a go. I'm not going to airbrush the eyes, obviously. But yeah, you're right, Matt. Matt Mail. Hello. But yeah, I just missed this comment from Stephen Pritchard actually. He put, thanks, I'll suffer a short memory term loss through his military days, and he will try and remember your names. I won't forget Ken as I served. He served with someone called Ken in Afghanistan. Thank you for your service. Appreciate it.
Cheers.
Yeah, thank you very much. So yeah, no, like I say, hope you stick around. Don't forget to subscribe. You got to think that in there, and yeah, don't forget to subscribe and like the video.
Don't forget to subscribe.
Share, comment, subscribe. It's really weird because YouTube had sent a mail out the other day that said if you actually say it in videos, I think you get like a 15% up thingy on people actually doing it. People do it if you just say it. It's really strange, isn't it? It's like psychology sort of thing.
You know, I was talking to my better half about this the other day, and she said if she's watching YouTube and the first 15 or 20 seconds someone says like, share and subscribe, she switches the video off straight away.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. I'll say it later on.
Because she said her opinion is, why should I take the time to like, share, subscribe, but not actually show me your video yet? And she sees it as begging, so she switches it off.
Say at the end. Say at the end.
Yeah, at the end it's fine, but not in the first 20 seconds. He said literally, no matter what the video is, if someone's saying that in the first 20 seconds, as punishment, she won't watch the video.
Yeah, it's like adverts. We haven't got adverts on any of our channels, have we?
No.
We don't do adverts, which is
No. GP's just said nothing is cheating if it gets painted. That is very true. Very, very true.
You're just doing it old school, mate. You're just doing it old school. Oh, this Fusiliers even looks sick.
And then GP then said to you, Ken, 3 foot rule, Ken, eyes, Jesus. Chris Packers has said he doesn't use an airbrush. He's not sure what time saving you'll make with one. There's a lot of detail on Napoleonic uniforms.
This is what I thought.
Spray an undercoat with a predominant colour. That's what I tend to do. So I rattle can British red, and then I rattle can.
Well, maybe I could just use it to. Yeah, well, maybe I could just do like the Xenophil, but then for the blue, because obviously the Xenophil is going to work well for the white, and I can leave the white. Maybe then I'll just Xenophil highlight it and go in normally. Maybe and not do the blue like that. Yeah, you might be right, but then I might like the finish in airbrush leaves.
Give it a go.
Yeah,
see what happens.
Yeah. It's just I'd love to get these bloody painted. See, I need to get them built first, but yeah. Where's those? Oh, you bugger! What have I done with them now? Oh, balls. Sorry, my language is atrocious this evening. Apologise. What have I done with those? Ah, there they are. There they are. Sorry, I'm just because you get these skirmishes. Because you can get enough of skirmishes with these things. I'm doing like the running poses as skirmishes because I do not want a running man in my battalion. unless he's running the wrong way. But I can't even make the jokes. They're my miniatures. The French. Damn it. So yeah, I'm gonna have to do 4 grenadiers now in the advancing pose. That's what I want to do. And they've got epaulets, haven't they? Grenadiers.
Yep.
Yeah, so they're epaulets. So I use the epaulet ones. Okay, got you. Should be okay then. Should be okay. Advance. That's that battalion actually complete then. Once I've done these 4. God. Have you? Oh yeah, that's another one, Steve. Did you build all yours because they were easy to build and then paint them, or did you do a sprue at a time?
No, I'm doing. I'm painting 6 at a time.
Are you building them at the same time, or what they built? Really seriously, they're that easy. They're really that easy. I should have bought that box.
I clip them off the. I mean, this one here I'm painting here. Look.
You have to send me a picture. Have you got a sprue left? Have you got a sprue left or not?
Oh, I've taken them all through because I lost one. I was doing a roll count, and I found one in a random bits box, and I've got no idea how it got there.
That's weird, isn't it?
But no, because the skirmishers they come with no armor. They're in separate pieces, but the actual rank and file are in 2 pieces. So body, head, and all that malarkey, and the packs are the only bits you add on.
Oh, okay. So the arm's already on there as well, then.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh man, this makes it even harder, doesn't it? There's so many. That's what I mean. We're so spoiled for choice, aren't we?
Yeah.
It's not a bad thing.
A lot of options. I think it's a lot of options, and that might be what some people find daunting. But once you sort of like crack the code, as you guys were saying earlier, you can just kind of build what you want. You will have a lot of spares. There will be a lot of spares,
which is good. It's good, isn't it? So like, if you want to do a battalion of grenadiers, you've got enough to do it. And it's like now I've seen here I've got grenadiers head on the elite sprue, which is fine. Where's the elite sprue gone? Which is cool, not a problem. I've got 4, but then if I look over on the command sprue, I've also got grenadiers heads, but I've got grenadiers with plumes sticking out the sides.
Yeah.
What are they? Are they a special type? And they've got like a thing going across their bare skin, like a chain, like gold thing. It would be, I imagine.
I don't think so. Maybe they're more senior, or they're NCOs. I just kind of did a half and half, and just because I thought it looked cool.
Yeah, I might do that. Hey, guys, if you know what that is, that'd be interesting to know. But it's things like that I'd like to know, because I do like when I historical game. Oh my god, I am one of those people, aren't I? Jeez Louise.
See, my became one was because I remember my first British regiment that I did, which I did Cambridgeshire Regiment for obvious reasons. And I put the photos up, and it got people were very kind, got likes, and then I got a comment saying the flags are the wrong way around. The Union Jack should be whatever way, I don't know, on the left and the right. See, I still can't tell you off the top of my head which way around it's going to be. Whether if you're in the battalion, whether the Union Jack is on the left or the right. And at the time, I thought, does it really matter? And then I looked at it and thought, that's really going to annoy me every time I look at that regiment. So I changed it. But even now, when I'm basing up my British, I have to go and get one of the previously based command stands to actually look at which way around the flags go. Because the French have only got 1, whereas the British have 2 flags. So, God, that was a wind up. Yeah, sorry, that was just my.
Oh dear. I've just found.
Ken, how far through you putting those together?
Not far, mate. Not far. Nearly. I don't know. They're not too bad.
I can honestly say these 6 that I'm painting now are the quickest I've ever painted.
Honestly.
Yeah.
John Crome has just said, "Hi Ken, interesting apparel you're sporting there. Are you wearing a kilt as well? Or is that a blanket, or is that your pajama bottom?"
Pajama bombs.
The guys in the chat are having a chat about yes, contrast is the best for painting horses, and it did stop them from being agonizing and made them merely painful. Yeah, that's. I agree. I agree with that. Leslie said, "What's the best colour for horses?" I like Gore Grunter fur, the contrast one. I think it's wicked for horses.
I use all of it. Agros jeans is quite good as well.
Yeah, I haven't got that one actually. I said I don't actually have that. Have I got that?
I've got all of them.
No, I've got
Skeleton Horde.
Yeah, I've got skeleton. Yeah, that's the one I've got. Yeah. You see, what will suck, Ken, is if you make all these, you come down for this game and then you hate black powder.
Never thought of that. People don't even know. People don't even know you're spoiling it. You're spoiling it. No, go on. You can tell them.
So, Ken is not this Friday, but the Friday after. It will be coming to Cambridge. I want to say down to Cambridge, but you're coming up. Which I find weird because normally people come down to here. And we're going to play some black powder. But I think the unthinkable has happened. You want to be the French, don't you?
I do.
So not only am I going to have to fight against the French, which is going to be weird, I'm going to have to use the sodding 95th. and I want to see, and I can guarantee you, I guarantee you that they do rubbish. I don't want to say how the game's going to work out, but I will make a bet that I will roll rubbish with them. I can guarantee it.
I think what we could do is I think we can do like a swapsy sort of situation. To be fair, I would like to be the British as well, but I would like to play one game of the French. So maybe my intro game is the French, and then I'll play the British.
Yeah, no, I've got a good. I've been thinking of a little scenario for you, and it'll be a straightforward game. It will be filmed.
So I need that content. Need that content.
You know, and it'll be good. So if anyone's got any suggestions on any kind of scenario ideas or things that we can do for Ken,
I'm sure there will be many.
Or Steve, if you've got anything you wanted to do, then just say.
I don't know. My knowledge of Napoleon's and black powder. I mean, I've got the black powder first rule book. Yeah, I haven't got the second one. So it's not a game I'm overly familiar with.
I think we can have we'll have the basics. I think we'll do is the first game, very straightforward pitch battle.
Does it play like musket? Does it play like musket and tomahawks?
How? In what way?
Like,
I mean, they're different. Like,
does it?
No, because muskets and tomahawks, you're rolling for each model in the unit, whereas in black powder, you roll for the entire unit.
Okay.
So the unit has a statistic rather than the models within a unit. So as you take, so
you roll less dice realistically then.
Yeah, you'll only roll on average. You'll only roll 3 dice for a battalion, shooting for a battalion.
I think this would be quite easy, to be fair. If it's quite a straightforward game to pick up, like muskets and tomahawks, I picked up on the day.
You will do. Yeah, you will. First,
that's what I mean. We're gonna be playing quite a few games, I can imagine.
Yes.
Ken,
yes, mate.
If you go onto the Warlord Games YouTube channel, there's a video on there of Rick Priestley and a guy from Warlord having a game of black powder, and they explain how it works really well.
Oh, okay. I'll check it out. I shall very much check it out.
In fact, I might watch that later.
Yeah. What happened?
Oh, I just painted a nose a bit too bright, but I'm going to be doing some OSL on this figure in a minute because he's carrying like a lamp. So I'm going to be just now in a minute. I'm going to be painting white over these things I've already painted, so I can put a glow on his skin. So I don't actually know why I'm going to so much effort to make sure that the skin looks all right.
Yeah.
So painting white over it. I'm a bit scared. So.
I'm looking forward to coming up. To be honest, it's going to be good.
It'll be good.
Yeah, like I say, we've got like what, like 12 hours gaming, maybe longer. It's gonna be pretty.
Yeah, it'll be a lot of gaming. So we got someone saying, so Chris Packer to Ken says they both use dice, and that's about it in relation to muskets and tomahawks and black powder.
You know the rules off the top of your head anyway, don't you?
Yeah. I've been playing it for quite a while now. Black powder more of a traditional I go you go, and muskets and tomahawks is a more randomly card influenced game. Matt Mail says he thinks the PDF for black powder is now a free download, and Leslie said, Ken, it is historical Warhammer. I don't know how I feel about that. But then Priestley did used to write fantasy. He did write fantasy, so he has. The first I know. What was the little 6 mil? Was it 6 mil?
Epic. The stuff you said.
No. The fantasy one.
Oh, the 10 mil stuff. Yeah, Warmaster.
Yeah, that the order system in that is what then became Black Powder. He kind of ported over for that.
Oh, interesting.
And then that's what's gone on through Pike and Shot and Hail Caesar. And then Miller said, "Have I asked a question about the commanders or the kings?" Yeah, I did, and I can't actually remember if we kind of debated a lot about different people.
Yeah,
that we'd like to know. But I don't know if we actually decided on anyone. Napoleon came up.
You could probably guess mine.
He said Henry the Fifth.
I swear we've answered that before.
John Howard.
Yeah, I don't know. I'll just say Richard III, and I'll ask him if he actually did it or not. Did he kill the princes? There we go. And never said they had to tell the truth though, did he? So it was like, what if the person hated you? You want to have a chat with them, but what if they?
To be fair, I'd want to go more modernly because they haven't got lager back then. We're having a pint of warm ale. Oh.
I can't drink lager anyway, so it's just
I love
point for me.
I love lager.
Oh, not again. I assume you guys can still hear me. I can see Ken kind of vaguely moving.
I was trying to wind you up, mate. Sorry.
I thought you just. Yeah, I'm sure he's breathing. I'm sure I can see you breathing. I can see your fake chainmail moving. I can see your cable moving. It's all working.
Damn you, cable. Yeah. No. Oh dear.
Haley just said something not very polite.
Did she not? What did she say?
No, he's not talking about. Is he talking about his cable? No. We'll carry that conversation on once it's not streaming. So Steve, what you're gonna have to try and do some have a game of Black Powder and come for some games as well.
Yes, I mean the reason I own the old rules is because when we got into 10 mil, we were going to use Black Powder to play 10 mil games of ACW.
Yeah.
But then we just bolt action took over, and yeah.
Is your mate the Napoleonic, Steve?
No, it isn't. Yeah, I mean, definitely, it's a rule set I wanna get into. I think day by day, the more I paint these Napoleonics, I'm getting more and more interested. I think this is the longest I've painted them for without getting really bored and putting them away and starting to paint Germans again. Because I have got a bunch of Germans on the painting waiting list. I've got I've got a section of Grenadiers, a section of Brandenburgers, a Panther. I've got quite a bit to get through.
You heard it here first. Steve's not actually painting his Germans.
I know. I'm having withdrawals. I've not painted Germans since since I did those mad sniper teams last month.
Oh, what the British sniper teams you did? Or
really?
Oh no, sorry, the Germans. Sorry, no.
Really, that long?
Yeah, with those ridiculously oversized bases. That's the last. They were the last Germans I painted.
Oh, that's one thing that's good about this period. You can't argue with the base size.
No.
You know what it is, and that's the frontage you got to stick to. No cannons on 100mm bases, Steve.
Really?
Oh well, no, you can put cannons on different bases. So I know, I can't remember who it is now. It might be BJ Kerno. So he puts his cannons on like the big oval bases. I put my cannons on rectangular bases.
That's the way it should be done. No.
And then some people put them on circular bases. So
well, me and those people can't be friends.
My cannons will be going on extra large bases with scenery all over the shop.
Yeah, with the limbers, stacks of cannonballs.
Oh, yes, there'll be all kinds of malarkey.
If you're looking for something to add to a base, right, that I always think makes it look good, is if you get a ball bearing or the head of a pin and you do a cannonball that's ploughed into the ground.
Oh, right.
It always looks, if you get some green stuff and like make a horseshoe of green stuff or soul putty, whatever, and then kind of thin it out and put a little ball bearing, and then you can do it like you've got a cannonball that's just kind of thumped into the ground in front of whatever it is you're painting.
That sounds really good.
I've done that quite a lot when I'm trying to find something to put on a base and I can't think of anything. That's usually my go-to thing.
He's giving away his secrets.
I don't even think they're secret. I think I copied it from somebody else that I saw. So
I just realised with these six I've been painting tonight.
You've done them in green.
Literally, all I need to add to these, all I need to do to finish them is the muskets, the well, this is the main figure anyway. The muskets, the bits of equipment, the straps, and the flesh, and they're done. I don't know how I've gone through these so quickly.
That's good. That's
great though when that.
I'm quite impressed. I'm really quite impressed with that.
So someone said, besides sharp practice, this is Matt Mayer. What other good skirmish size Napoleonic rules are there? I know muskets and tomahawks are doing a Napoleonic expansion. So I think that's going to be quite popular. I don't know any other skirmish size ones for Napoleonics. I've got to be honest. There's loads of Napoleonic rule sets, absolutely loads. And it kind of depends what level of crunch you want to go into. There are some that do like an amazing job of recreating every, tiny bit of Napoleonic warfare, and then you've got sort of more relaxed games like Black Powder, basically. There's apparently a game by GP says there's a game called Chosen Men by Osprey. It's okay, but he's really looking forward to what the Musket and Tomahawks one does. Apparently that's going to be out at Christmas. That'll be interesting. That might have to be my Christmas present from Haley.
That'd be a nice present though. But I think, guys, that's it. It's time to call the end to the stream.
Okay.
All right. So, is there any other questions that you want to just answer quickly? Have you got to go through the chat? Is there anything on the chat you want to quickly go?
Very quickly. Someone's just turned up and said good morning from Brisbane. Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Good morning. Someone said I think this is a fair comment. If you're doing Napoleonic skirmish, you're doing Napoleonic wargaming wrong. Which I don't have any way.
Don would argue that, but yeah.
And no, I think that's pretty much it. Everyone else is just saying thank you, good night. So yeah,
Wicked.
There we go.
Remember, Dom is not back for a good another 2 weeks, is he?
2 weeks, yeah.
Yeah, 2 more weeks.
He's off for another 2 weeks.
It'll still be chaos until.
We'll try and think of a different subject next week. But yeah, well, thanks very much for watching, guys, and we'll see you again very soon. And bye bye for now.
Bye bye.
See you soon.
Bye bye.